Where's James?
Hello, mate.
There you are.
Well, my last life I was a plumber, I know that much.
How deep do you want to go?
I think this is 1.5.
Is it? Why's that?
We need a metre to the underside of the lid. Then we've got a 4-inch little 100mm lid, and then 400-ish of soil and stuff back on the top. So we're going to have to turn that pipe down, cut back and turn it down to 45. Otherwise it's going to be above our lid. Yeah, so we've got the brickies in. They're flying through it. They've got their a lot quicker than I could do it anyway.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm not doing it.
Do this one.
Yeah, so yeah, they've come in. They set up this morning. They're using the Blake's profiles. I've never seen them in action before, apart from on videos and stuff. But in the flesh, I'm impressed. They're absolutely throwing it up, and it's nice and square, level on the corners.
These Blake's profiles save you having to put your corners up because you've got a nice plumb upright. You can just slide your line up and down on them.
Yeah, I really like these little plastic clips. I won't move it because I'm using it. It's perfect.
So he's set it all out on this, what I used to call a theodolite. That's going to give him his level. So he's obviously marked that round on the Blake's profiles, yeah?
Yep.
Let's go over and have a chat then, shall we? Todd, first thing is, when people see your work and they want you to come and work for them, one thing, you cost a lot of money, yeah?
Yeah.
And the other thing is, what sort of area do you work in?
Normally around Guildford.
Yeah?
Hopefully, yeah.
So hopefully within about 50 metres of your house.
Yeah. Closer to Guildford the better.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So if somebody phones in from North London, you don't want to know really, do you?
No, definitely not.
It's better than hanging doors or building wardrobes.
How high are you going with the conkers then?
Normally go around 6 course.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
I usually do 1 course. What a shame they're going to be rendered. Dong it up and paint it with Dulax.
That's it.
Imagine that. That cost you more than rendering. When you decided to become a carpenter, did you think you'd end up digging your way through
It's not
chalk?
what I quite had in mind. I was hoping to pitch more roofs, but there you go.
We've gone for the 112.5. 112.5.
Yeah,
I don't know why
that
you do
0.5 makes a big difference.
It makes all the difference. So instead of the 100, so I've got asked the boys to sail it over on the outside. So what we're going to do is we're going for a silicone render again. I'll try and get 3 base coats on the bottom to the underside of that, 2 base coats on the top, so we've got our little step for our plinth. And it stops because that's hanging forward, we can trim that back when it's all on.
Yeah.
And we're not getting any bridging of the damp course.
So last time I saw you, it was dark and you were doing the slab in the dark because of that late arrival of the concrete. So how did that slab work out in the end? Because I didn't see it had finished.
It was actually all right. Considering it was dark and I didn't have a huge tamper for it.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't go too big with them anyway because it's trying to keep them nice and level. But it actually worked out all right with our little laser line that you would have seen on the video. So we kept. In fact, what ended up happening is early on, when I was tamping it and checking it against the line, I soon realised that my tamper was at least halfway, if not all the way into the muck. The slab ended up being about 1 inch thicker than it should have done, but I realised that quite quickly, so I knew I had to keep it the same, stuck in the concrete a little bit.
Yeah.
Not ideal, but it was late, it was dark.
It's fine, it's flat, isn't it?
I was stressing.
It's the screed that's going to
that's it.
level it. I mean, if it was 10 mil here, 20 mil there, it wouldn't be the end of the world so long as you can put the Celotex down on something flat. Really.
Yeah, I mean the Celotex will ride out any little undulations in it. It's not a big deal. And then we've got the flow screed going on top of that.
Yeah.
So we've got a whole nother membrane going in as well.
Yeah.
We've got because the back end of the building there's going to be a wet room on the ground floor, so we're going to have to shut her up when we do the screed because we've got to keep that out to set our wet tray in lower than that screed level.
This is your wheelbarrow then, is it?
Yeah, I was just going to load this lot up into it.
Do you find you get a backache with that?
It's not too bad, it's the ankles being like that all the time. It's not great.
The old Rockwall bats on special offer at Selco at the moment. I'll tell you what, it makes a difference, doesn't it? I remember buying some the other week and it was like 30 quid, and then a day later I got the note through the door, the pamphlet
Real
through the
deals.
door. Yeah, real deals.
What's that say?
You're holding it 5mm off at the bottom. Spot on that, look at that. This was quite a point of interest on a previous video that we did about joining a new wall into an existing wall, and as to whether you remove the brick out to form a continuous cavity, or people are saying, why did you put the damp behind the wall starter kits? So really, we're governed by our drawings, and in fact on the drawings we have, we've got options. We can do either way. So we can, if we wanted to, we could cut that out to give us a through cavity,
Or just cut a vertical line down it.
or cut a vertical line down it, or we put this damp course in behind the wall starter, build our blocks up, and it wraps around so that nothing can be driven through.
Yeah.
So we've gone for this option, probably because it's the easiest.
Well, easier, and it leaves the structure
Yeah, exactly. We don't.
intact, doesn't it?
Yeah,
You're not-
because once we've gone through there, okay, we're tying these two together, but now,
yeah,
especially we're going 2 stories up, we don't want to be cutting the old house out. There was an existing building here, which you can see, and when we took that down, that never had a damp in it. There was no signs of anything getting through there at all. It was bone dry behind.
yeah.
This
That
was
plaster,
actually,
you can see the plaster's never been
yeah.
done.
So this was, it's like they converted this into a conservatory. It was on the side of the house. Never a damp patch there at all. So even without the damp course, there was no problems here. So this is just, it's what's required, and we're just doing as we're asked. other side is sellotape stuck around the bottom of the guitar with all collection stuck to it, or on the mic stand or something like that.